Aisha Marie. Currently on a platter, like it don't matter. Do we crown Aisha or do we clown Aisha? It's time to get into it. Do me a favor and wipe your feet off at the door when you step into a pimp's domain. Let's go. Bitch, you want all this pimping you can't afford. Perform like a punk but wanna win his reward. Some suckers give you points but bitch you never scored. If you ain't paying pimping then bitch you getting ignored. Okay, I'm so sick of these. Here I go again, man. Skating and figure eighting through these IG streets. And y'all know the procedure. I spins the bottle. And this time when I spins the bottle, when it stops, it lands on Aisha Marie. Now, Aisha Marie is a young lady hailing from the DMV area, specifically Waldorf, Maryland. And with no further ado, we gonna get straight into it. Now, when we talk about raw beauty, hey man, from the hair to the derriere to the anterior, Aisha Marie is absolutely non-GMO. And with the perfect blend of Southeast Asian and melanated goodness, she will be what you call, what you say, Dream?
Extremely blessed, extremely blessed.
Yeah, that's right. This chick is extremely blessed. A real treat for the eyes to meet. So with that being said, does Aisha have a face that I could see myself waking up to on a regular basis? Yeah, man. Not only does Aisha have that hourglass figure, but she for surely got a face to remember. So the face card validity is on Tenjamin. You dig? Now Aisha's presentation game is definitely on point. She finds herself right at home in the grown and sexy department, as you can often catch her in dress and heels. And when it comes to dress code, from formal wear to casual wear, gym wear to swimwear, Aisha Marie is in there. Because of how in tune she is with her raw beauty, she does a great job of allowing any accessories to complement her look. Unlike many others who use accessories to be the look, with the 2-foot eyelashes, the baby hair from the lace front covering half the face, and so many tattoos that they look like twins with a subway car in the South Bronx. Identical. So overall, Aisha's presentation is a flawless victory. As for personality, Aisha seems to have a rather pleasant presence. She gives off a high trust vibe that makes people at ease around her, so I'm sure the ability to charm and disarm is definitely there. You can catch her exercising that radiant smile on a regular, and based on what's shown in interviews and on social media, she has a cool sense of humor. Yeah, Aisha know how to let loose and be silly when the time is right, so I'm sure there's a healthy amount of laughs being shared between her and her people. She doesn't come off as a prude, unapproachable, or disrespectful, but rather on the classier side of the spectrum. So with that in mind, fellas, if you shoot your shot and she happens to decline you, I'm sure it'll be done politely, respectfully, and with class. And you don't have to worry about it turning into an ugly spectacle. So the personality overall is a plus indeed. When it comes to character, Aisha seems to be banked up on integrity. Her validation comes from within, as she allows her core to be her anchor and keep her well grounded. This, as well as a decent dose of humility, allows her to think bigger than herself and serve purposes bigger than herself. She's very socially aware and values her blackness, which fuels her ambition to help fix social injustices in her community. This is one of the main reasons why she decided to become a lawyer, as Aisha herself put it, to be a voice for the voiceless. Aisha seems to have an open mind, but a made-up mind, meaning she's able to reach a middle ground with people, but not impressionable to the point that she can be manipulated or persuaded to do anything outside of her character. She ain't going, man. Value. The family dynamic is a key component in Aisha's value. Both her parents instilled some great values in her, taught her well, and seems to have loved her well as well. You dig? In her own words, her village is the most important thing to her, which consists of everyone from law school classmates to former managers at jobs to friends, all of whom have supported her along the way in one way or another. And hey man, Miss Aisha Marie is giving back to her community in a major way. In 2017, she created the Hope to Help Project, which is an organization that first and foremost treats individuals as people and not their circumstances. Dig that. So this ain't your typical food drive and monetary donation organization. Nah, man. These people actually got boots on the ground, hands-on with the community. They provide care packages, free haircuts, home-cooked meals, and they actually take the time to listen to people and understand what they're going through. So instead of providing blanket solutions that might not be suitable to everyone's problem, they take the time to diagnose each individual's problem, then prescribe the solution best suited for that individual. As for monetary value, it's no secret that Aisha's heavy into fitness, and she has workout plans available that can be found on her social media accounts. She also has merchandise and fashion available, and a portion of the proceeds from these ventures go towards women in domestic violence shelters. Yes, indeed. Aisha's let it be known that she's been in long-term relationships for the most part throughout her adult life, so I'm sure she has a lot of value to bring to the table as a woman to the right man. I would say work ethic is one of Aisha's best qualities. She learned at a very early age that it wasn't good enough to meet the standard, she had to be the standard. She was taught that because of the fact that she's a black girl, she has to work twice as hard to be seen half as good. So guess what she did with that? Hey man, this chick went and became the Kobe Bryant of law school. She graduated from Bowie State University with a 4.0 GPA, earned a bachelor's degree in criminal justice, went on to graduate from the University of Baltimore School of Law, and this is how she did it.
I spent so long looking at law school as like, why is this so hard? When it's just how you frame it. This is a professional degree. I can't do what I did in college and expect to have the same results here because it's not the same level. I think about Kobe a lot with this and just his mentality. Kobe is the professional equivalent in basketball. As a professional in the legal field, I need to be a professional. I guess I've always looked at it as professional meaning like, corporate, whereas professional just means you are the top of this industry. You need to know it. So when I started looking at it like less like college and more like I need to be the Kobe of law school,
right,
then it really changed my perspective. If I'm going to be tasked with solving problems in the world and people entrusting me with their lives and things, I need to at least give it Kobe effort at the very least. It was important to get into that Mamba mentality.
So from higher learning to business, philanthropy to fitness, Aisha's laying down that Mamba mentality real thick in applying that killer instinct to anything she attaches her name to. As for health, Aisha doesn't consider herself much of a diet person, but man, when you look at how hard she goes in the gym and you look at that body and you see them gains, the food intake can't be too crazy. There has to be some level of sensibility with what she's munching on. You dig? Whatever the case, the physical health appears to be on point. Now, obviously, the expression of healthy thoughts have to come from a healthy mind. And when you see Aisha express her thoughts, be it through a social media post or through dialogue with others, it's safe to say that her thoughts are the reflection of a healthy mind. She's giving herself a good dose of mental nutrients, and she ain't overdosing on the mental junk food, man. Not much is known or shown about her emotional and spiritual health, but if they happen to be in harmony with her health in other areas, then Miss Asia Marie is good to go. Now, when we get to strength, I must say that it takes an above average dose of mental fortitude to dig yourself out of some of the holes that Aisha has found herself in. Here she talks about how she was dropped from law school, not once, but twice, and how she was not only able to shake back, but shake back and thrive.
And that's when I kind of first started realizing like, okay, something's off. Mind you, I graduated college with a 4.0 cumulative. So I've never earned anything other than an A in any of my classes, but I was doing poorly now in law school. So I was effectively removed from law school. Not once, y'all, twice. The next semester, I had left the relationship. I was on this journey to healing, but I was still in a very, almost a worse place, to be honest. I was working hard and I got my GPA up, but it was 0.01 away from the minimum. Yeah, send me a letter and say, you're out of here. And I appealed it. This was my second appeal. I won the first time and I won the second time. I had to write a 10-page statement. I had to present before a board, a panel of people that I don't even know, that I've never met because we're on Zoom. All these old white people that I don't know, and I'm sharing the most intimate parts of my life that I haven't shared with anyone. But I put my foot in it. I sure did. I was not playing. Y'all was not kicking me out. And it's amazing. So I'm back. I'm here. I've been doing really well.
So yes, Aisha has that kind of brain power that moves mountains. Her self-discipline, focus, and consistency transcend various areas of her life and are all great displays of Aisha's strength. Now, her strength in these different areas could be good indication that she has it in her to stay down with and be strong for the right man, but only time will tell. So to recap, raw beauty, non-GMO from head to toe, hourglass figure with a face to remember, face card validity on Tinjamin. Presentation, grown and sexy, from formal wear to casual wear, gym wear to swimwear, she's in there. Allows accessories to complement her look as opposed to being the look. Personality, presence is pleasant, high trust vibes put people at ease around her, classy with a good sense of humor. Character, banked up on integrity, serves purposes bigger than herself, values her blackness, has an open mind but a made up mind. Value, strong support system provided by her village of family, friends, and loved ones, an asset to her community through the Hope to Help project, practicing law while running her fitness and fashion business, great potential to be valuable to the right man. Work ethic, doesn't meet the standard but sets the standard, applies Mamba mentality and high intensity to any work that she does. Health, physical health on point by way of fitness, gets her fair share of mental nutrients and doesn't overdose on mental junk food. Not much known or shown with emotional and spiritual health, but most likely good. Strength, mental fortitude is sicker than your average, self-disciplined, focused, consistent, great potential to stay down with and be strong for the right man. So after review, does Freeze think Aisha Marie took a shower today? Yeah, man. I'm sure Aisha Marie is staying so fresh and so clean by taking multiple showers per day. So do we crown Aisha or do we clown Aisha? Man, we gonna go ahead and put that crown on Aisha Marie's dome, you dig? Overall, Aisha Marie seems like a beautiful young lady who goes hard and adds value wherever she goes. I hope you enjoyed this review. If you didn't wipe your feet off at the door on your way in, please wipe your feet off at the door on your way out. Swan dive into that comment section and give some feedback. Let that marinate on your mind one time. Freeze is it. Put some love in your body, and I'll holla. Dig this.
Yeah.
I been stroking relentless to get waves like this. I spoke into existence for her to pay like this. In the trenches on a day like this, traffic consistent, and so I have to insist that she relay my chips. It's a trap with her name on it and my game on it. Any forces coming against this game, shame on it. Standing on my pimpin' from day one and remain on it. It carried me through every terrain and I gained on it. Experience joy and pain on it, sustained on it.
But getting back to this game that I never left.
Baby, I would